What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today I'd like to talk about weapon attachments in Battlefield 6 and how they're going to work. We got a lot of info after yesterday's reveal from media, from people that were there playing, streamers and stuff like that. But Charlie Intel did post about the weapon attachment system, which I thought was a pretty unique and cool one. Each weapon in Battlefield 6 can be customized with attachments through attachment points. And when you see this image, it reminds me a lot of the gunsmith from Modern Warfare. You can go in and kind of see the weapon and see the different areas you can put attachments on. I kind of like that they did this. This is a really nice feature. But you have a total of 100 weapon points to use to customize each weapon through the various attachments. So knowing that, it looks like you're going to be able to get the weapon, of course, and then customize it in various different ways. But at the same time, you're going to kind of have a budget there of what you can put on the weapon. So you're not going to be able to kit out a weapon with attachment on every single spot. You only have 100 points to do so. So this is going to kind of make a lot of people wonder, what exactly should I run? This is going to make you think about, how you want your weapon to work. Are you going for something maybe like more of a close quarter style weapon or a balanced style weapon, something that's going to give you less recoil? There's going to be a lot of different ways here that you can customize your guns in game, and that's going to be a very unique, neat thing to be able to do. I know the big question is going to be, and of course until we get more information or we get hands-on with the beta, how many attachments really are you going to be able to use? Is this going to limit you to like 4 or 5? Is each thing going to cost a different amount? We'll kind of have to wait and see all that info when we get more of that. But I kind of want to let you guys know that this is how the new attachment system is going to work. And they did talk a little bit more about kind of weapon packages in general. It's kind of a unique weapon, and you're going to go in, and each weapon has packages with certain loadouts. You can modify that weapon while using those attachments, but attachments unlock per weapon as you play with that weapon to improve its mastery. So kind of like we've always seen in Battlefield. But the big take from this, of course, was equipping those attachments cost points, and each weapon, of course, that you're going to kit out has a limited budget. So you're going to have tons of different ways you can tweak that weapon, but you're not going to be able to put everything on it. They also mentioned that you're going to have things like cosmetics for those weapons, so skins and things, even attachment skins. We've seen things like this in Battlefield in the past. So you're still going to be able to, make the weapon look like you want. I'm assuming the cosmetics, the skins and things are not going to cost any points. They didn't mention that. Don't, quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm assuming that, any kind of skin that you put on the gun or a skin that you put on your attachment is not going to cost any of the points. I'm assuming it's just the attachment itself that's going to cost points. This is going to be fun to mess around with. I'm sure there'll still be a, best kind of class setup, best weapon setup once everyone kind of gets in and plays. It's kind of how it always goes in any first-person shooter. There's attachments that do really well for certain things, and that's kind of what everyone gravitates towards. But it's still going to be interesting to see what all attachments we have available and what all different combinations you can make. It's going to be fun to look at, like I said, making a close quarters kind of class, long range, more balanced, better recoil. There's a lot of different ideas they can go with here. And like I said, I really do like the look of the weapon system here, where you can go in and select the attachments and kind of see everything inside of what I would call like a gunsmith, but it's kind of this look where you can see your weapon and customize everything. I really like the way they decided to go with that as well. I think this can be a absolutely phenomenal game. Everything we found out so far, everything we've seen, is really looking like Battlefield is actually back. Battlefield is going to make a game like what we expected over the last several years that we really didn't get. Since really Battlefield 4, not anyone has been extremely excited about Battlefield. Some of the titles we've had, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, they did all right. They had a lot of a good bit of a player base, but I felt like it wasn't what the community absolutely loved. It wasn't that Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 feel. And then, of course, 2042 was definitely not what everyone wanted. So I'm really glad to see everything they're doing here. They've put a lot of time, you can tell, into this game. I'm really looking forward to playing the beta. We'll be able to get hands-on and really see how good it is. And, of course, that's going to be very interesting and a very fun thing to do. And luckily I did get a early access code, so I should be able to play a couple days early. So on the 7th, hopefully I'll have some content here on the channel of Battlefield 6 gameplay. Leave me a comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you hadn't subscribed yet, please do so. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.